Sima Yi, in life, there are no shortcuts to success. Truly strong people act in silence. Ladies and gentlemen, in the course of Chinese history, Sima Yi is one of the most controversial figures. He is often labeled as scheming, cunning, and ruthless during the Three Kingdoms period. However, from a political standpoint, Sima Yi's talent is truly remarkable. His father, Sima Fang, served as an official in the Han Dynasty, and the Sima family was a noble family with a long tradition of officialdom. Among Sima Fang's 8 sons, each had a name ending with da, and Sima Yi was the second son with the name Zhongda. Born into a prestigious family, Sima Yi grew up with extensive knowledge and exceptional talent. He received thorough education, mastered many disciplines, and soon demonstrated outstanding abilities. However, he chose a different path from his brothers. In the 6th year of Jian'an, when Cao Cao heard of his talents and wanted to invite him to work in his office, Sima Yi declined, believing that the Han Dynasty would soon end. He feigned illness to avoid joining Cao Cao's administration, who had seized control of the Han court. Cao Cao, known for his suspicion, sent people to check on him at night. Anticipating this, Sima Yi lay motionless in bed all night to prove he was ill. During this time, Sima Yi always hid and accumulated strength. He lived a discreet life, staying away from the temptations of fame and fortune. When he returned to the political scene after 7 years, he still kept a cautious distance from Cao Cao while becoming a close friend of Crown Prince Cao Pai. Thanks to his caution and strategic patience, Sima Yi gradually climbed the ladder of power steadily without arousing suspicion. In 220, when Cao Pai ascended the throne, Sima Yi was appointed as chancellor and began his era. He was like a cyclist who knew how to utilize the wind to save energy, always taking the long detour but accelerating at crucial moments, eliminating opponents and achieving ultimate success. This shows that a true strategist never hastily takes shortcuts but always views the situation comprehensively and advances step by step thoughtfully. In the Book of Songs, there is a saying, "Beauty does not always end well," meaning that nothing begins without enthusiasm, but few things end perfectly except for those with perseverance. Everyone is eager and motivated at the start, but few maintain consistency throughout. Except for those with enduring resolve. Those with resolve understand that impatience leads nowhere. To achieve success, the path must be walked step by step. Haste makes waste, and in this world, there is no ladder to success that can be climbed in a single step. The weak show strength, while the strong show restraint. The Sima family was known for their wisdom and caution. When Dong Zhuo manipulated the court and declared himself chancellor, he intended to appoint Sima Lang, Sima Yi's elder brother, as an official. However, Sima Lang declined and chose to live in seclusion, avoiding the turmoil of the times. Sima Yi supported his brother's decision and returned to their hometown with the family to avoid danger. The brothers distanced themselves from fame and lived in seclusion during the chaotic era. The Jin Shu says of the Sima brothers, "In times of crisis, they ate and read books tirelessly. Though they lived humbly with simple food and clothing, they possessed extraordinary wisdom and insight." During this time, the Sima brothers lived simple lives, avoiding the temptations of power and fame. They chose a secluded life, reading and accumulating knowledge. This reflects the philosophy of a true gentleman, not rushing after fame and fortune but living contentedly and waiting for the right opportunity to seize their destiny. A true strategist never worries about taking shortcuts. Sima Yi always kept a cautious distance from Cao Cao, choosing to become a close friend of Crown Prince Cao Pai. He knew that in a volatile political environment, patience and endurance were key to survival and advancement. Sima Yi was not only politically adept but also understood human nature. He knew that Cao Cao, with his suspicious nature, would always be wary of highly talented individuals. Therefore, he always appeared humble and never displayed excessive talent. By doing so, he not only avoided the risk of being harmed but also gained Cao Cao's trust and appreciation. One of Cao Cao's famous sayings is, "I'd rather betray the world than let the world betray me." Cao Cao was always cautious of those with great abilities and ambitions. But Sima Yi understood this well and always maintained his humility and caution. He knew that to survive and advance in such an environment, he needed to be patient and hide his ambitions. Sima Yi spent half of his life preparing. Su Shi once wrote, "A gentleman's foundation, though distant, always waits for the right moment. His long-term achievements come from patience." This means that a gentleman aiming for long-term goals must wait for the right opportunity and achieve great success through patience. Only mediocre, talentless, weak individuals make noise and boast about their prowess, inevitably leading to failure. Conversely, truly strong people say little and do much, quietly and steadily advancing to the pinnacle of their careers. Still waters run deep, wise people speak sparingly. Only by being patient, not boasting about their talents, and not assuming they are always right, can one truly elevate their life in a humble and stable manner. Sima Yi's patience and hidden strategy brought him to the peak of power. In 249, he launched a coup, eliminating the regime of Cao Shuang and officially taking power, laying the foundation for the Sima family's dominance. Sima Yi's life proves that true success does not come from shortcuts but from patience, strategy, and farsightedness. Sima Yi was not only a brilliant strategist but also a symbol of patience and wisdom. He knew how to hide, accumulate strength, and wait for the right opportunity to act. Confucius once said, "A gentleman is not a tool," meaning that a gentleman should not be merely a tool but must be adaptable, humble, and persistent. Sima Yi embodied this throughout his life. He was not just a tool in others' hands but knew how to use his intellect and strategy to achieve his goals. Sima Yi understood that to achieve long-term goals, one must be patient and wait. A true gentleman, according to his philosophy, never rushes after fame and fortune but lives contentedly, keeps an open mind, and waits for destiny. Only when destiny arrives does the gentleman seize the opportunity and act prudently. In the Analects, Confucius said, "A gentleman seeks in himself, a petty person seeks in others," meaning that a gentleman seeks self-improvement, while a petty person seeks external validation. This philosophy is also reflected in his saying, "The wise seek substance, the foolish seek fame," meaning that the wise pursue truth, while the foolish chase after reputation. Sima Yi deeply illustrated that the wise are never deceived by appearances, they always seek the true essence of things. Conversely, the foolish focus only on superficial fame, like a picture that is, all form, no substance. This is a powerful reminder: people must look deeply into the root of problems, not be blinded by external illusions. If one can look at themselves rationally, they will not strive for prominence for fame and fortune. The wise understand that trying to be brave and stand out for minor things ultimately leads to losing greater achievements. Learning to retreat and knowing when to step back is a sustainable strategy. Water eventually returns to the sea, mountains become peaks without competing for height. Sima Yi spent his life being patient, and just one decisive move echoed through the mountains and rivers, resonating across the four seas. Sometimes, the most clumsy person surpasses the most skillful. Skillfulness can bring temporary success but also carries great danger. Steady progress step by step is the fastest way to advance. It is better to appear clumsy than to flaunt intelligence. Only those willing to invest effort into seemingly foolish tasks will achieve great success. Sima Yi's life seemed like a long journey, but each step was actually a shortcut. For him, the shortest shortcut was to take the long road, walk straight, and stand tall without relying on anyone. Clumsy without boasting, humble without impatience, this is Sima Yi's way of ruling. Often, what seems like a shortcut is actually a tempting trap. The more fortune favors you, the more you must restrain the desire to show off. The real path to advancement is always built step by step. Only by enduring deep underground can you soar high into the sky. Only through careful, patient, silent effort, and waiting for the right opportunity can you achieve lasting invincibility. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends to spread good values. Don't forget to subscribe to the Quintessence of Ancient Wisdom channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you sincerely for taking the time to watch. I wish you a peaceful and happy day. See you in the next videos.